Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Kevin Durant and company dispatch LeBron James Lakers. Frank Vogel's Suns got it done with a huge home win over the Lakers, with all 5 starters producing standout performances against LeBron James and LA. Frank Vogel's Phoenix Suns took care of business against his former team, earning their 8th straight home win over the LA Lakers. Phoenix were led by an excellent display from their starting 5, 4 of which finished the game on 20-plus points. Kevin Durant, 22 points, 7 assists, and Jusuf Nurkic, 18 points, 22 rebounds, were particularly important to Phoenix's triumph. Royce O'Neal and Grayson Allen netted 6 three-pointers each in a brilliant shooting display. Despite the loss, LeBron James, 28 points, 12 assists, 7 rebounds, and Anthony Davis, 22 points, 14 rebounds, both displayed their qualities as the Lakers fought hard in the second half. The two sides traded blows in the early stages, but it was Phoenix who were in control halfway through the first as they led 15-20. After 8 minutes, the Suns built some distance and led by 12 thanks to a Bol corner 3 followed by a mid-range fadeaway jump shot by Durant. 2 minutes later, and following a successful fake in the corner, Bol moved inside and knocked down a floater to put Phoenix up by 20. Allen beat the buzzer and drilled a 3 in response to Rui Hachimura's triple right at the end of the first, with the score reading 28-45, Phoenix's highest-scoring first 12 of the season. LA began the second quarter positively. After 2 minutes, D'Angelo Russell drilled a 3 to cut the Suns' lead to 10. Taurean Prince nailed back-to-back threes to bring the Lakers within 9 of their opponents with 6 minutes until halftime. Phoenix regained control and Bol's driving layup put the Suns up by 16 with 3 minutes left in the second. The two teams went back and forth in the closing moments of the first half and the Lakers responded well. Russell's deep 3 brought them within 9 of the Suns as the score read 63-72. Phoenix center Nurkic went into the second half already on a 12-point, 13-rebound double-double following an excellent first 24 minutes. The penultimate quarter began with deep 3 from Austin Reeves, which was quickly followed by a Durant triple at the other end. James was showing his creative qualities throughout, and dished out his 8th dime to Davis, who dropped it through the net 2 minutes into the third. 4 minutes later, a quick 5 points from James cut the Suns' lead to 5 thanks to a wide-open 3 followed by a trademark tomahawk slam on the fast break. With 3 minutes on the clock, a Max Christie corner 3 brought LA within just 2 points of the hosts. Vogel's Suns closed out the third up 90-95 following a positive showing from his former employer heading into the final 12. Durant made it to his spot to pull up from mid-range to extend his team's lead to 10 with just over 9 minutes to go. 3 minutes later, in an outstanding defensive play, Russell hustled back and swatted Devin Booker's layup attempt into the stands. O'Neal nailed his 6th three-pointer of the game to put Phoenix up 108-121 with 84 seconds to go as the Suns' win was all but confirmed. Both sides emptied the benches and the Suns made it 8 straight wins at home. LeBron James upset with referees over free throw disparity. LeBron James has continued to call out the referees, with his frustration stemming from the Lakers attempting just 8 free throws compared to the Suns' 19 during LA's 123-113 loss in Phoenix on Sunday. James has been riding the referees for much of the season, despite the Lakers having the most favorable free throw differential in the NBA by far. A lot of people, a lot of coaches, a lot of teams are like, "That's all the Lakers do is get to the free throw line," James said. "It's like this narrative out there that that's all we do is get to the free throw line. I mean, we have attackers. That's what we do. We have attackers. Yeah, we shoot the ball from the perimeter, but we're not shooting 40 to 50 threes a game. We're not that team. We don't have the luxury of being that team. So, working it into the paint, that's what we're really good at. To have 8 free throw attempts is definitely not us. I know, definitely, I got hit a couple times when I got to the paint tonight. That wasn't called. But it is what it is. Meanwhile, Lakers coach Darvin Ham was especially frustrated over what he perceived to be a one-sided whistle. "I'm not one to use referees as an excuse," Ham said. "But it's becoming increasingly tough because of the inconsistency. I'm seeing our guys get the same contact on them as we're supposedly committing. And the whistle is not being blown. That's something we focus on, trying to win the free throw line every game. And so that's tough. I'm telling my guys to drive downhill, we're trying to love and live in the paint. And you're not getting calls. I see guys with their hands in our guys' ribs or swinging, swiping at their heads, trying to block the shot but not getting the ball, but getting a piece of the body. And it's not being called, as simple as that. So, we have to figure out ways to not let that be a problem, but it's tough. Again, it's frustrating when there's so much inconsistency." Following Sunday's loss to the Suns, the Lakers now sit at 31-28 in ninth spot in the West. Joel Embiid could return from injury in March and become a free agent. The Philadelphia 76ers are considering signing Joel Embiid as a free agent following his knee injury, which has kept him sidelined since January 30th. In fact, the team is working with a deadline of the end of March for the pivot to return. The star was leading the race for the MVP until he suffered the injury, which took him out of any chance of competing for a second consecutive award. The information comes from journalist Keith Pompey, from the Philadelphia Inquirer portal. According to him, the franchise continues to study the best way to do this. "What I know is that Philadelphia wants to remain a team among the favorites. Even while they are not counting on the player, they want to be able to preserve their direct playoff position until the end of the regular season. Right now, they will need to do so without Embiid on the court. This is what the franchise foresees as the ideal scenario," he stated. His meniscus surgery went well and, now, this is the period that they need to wait and try to stay in the top 6 of the Eastern Conference, avoiding a play-in, while continuing to win and gain the reinforcement of their most important player. Dominant. These are the things that the 76ers envision amid Joel Embiid's injury. They finally feel like they can do it, Pompey explained. The journalist does not cite a specific date for the return. But he mentions that this will be essential for him to regain some rhythm for the postseason. A return after March would give Embiid less time and minutes to recondition himself. The 76ers will play 7 games in April. Therefore, ensuring that the team can use these games to get the MVP back into rhythm, while also having a few games with him at the end of March, is the perfect scenario. If the Sixers manage to maintain their position amid all this, they will once again be a very dangerous team this season, concluded Pompey. The information comes shortly after one of the 76ers' good victories after the center's injury. This Friday, 23, the team beat the Cleveland Cavaliers, current runner-up in the conference, in a game played in Philadelphia. The retrospect without the star, however, is not so good. There are just 4 wins in 10 games since the fateful duel with the Golden State Warriors. In the campaign in general, the impact of the number 21 is felt. With him, the team won 26 of 34 matches. On the other hand, without him, there are 7 wins in 22 games. Those who already have an eye on Joel Embiid is the Lakers, who have already declared the league's interest in the player. If he become a free agent, the Lakers will certainly try to exchange him. And you, fan, what do you think of the situation about Joel Embiid? Leave your opinion in the comments.